Hi everyone, so I just thought I would come on to talk to you about panic attacks. So at the moment, as I'm speaking, I'm actually at the start of a panic attack, and they're not very nice. And I just sort of wanted to show you what it looks like when someone's having a panic attack, because it's not in the movies where it's like someone's, it doesn't have to be someone like hyperventilating and just absolutely like obvious. Like sometimes it's not obvious. So I'm just trying to like stay calm a little bit. Like I am a little bit, you can't really see it on camera, but I am a little bit shaky. There we go, you can see that. So I'm a little bit shaky. My heart's beating pretty fast. I have a dry mouth. These are the symptoms that I get. My stomach starts to feel a bit horrible, and that is the fight or flight response. So basically, when we were cavemen, we have this thing like inbred in us. It's called the flight and fight response. And basically what it means is you either are going to stand and fight, or you're going to flight, which means like you just want to like run away, which is why sometimes when people are having panic attacks, they say like, I need to get out. So in caveman times, that would be sort of like, if a woolly mammoth was standing in front of you about to kill you, you would sort of, either fight it or run away. So the physiological symptoms, you get a rush of adrenaline, which is either going to help you run away faster or help you fight. So you would find that if you were running away from something, if you were being chased by something, the burst of adrenaline would help you to run faster. Sorry, I'm a bit jittery with my words. So yeah, that would help you to run away. Some people find that they get an upset stomach. That's because in caveman times, if you were going to run, your body basically evacuates everything out of you, i.e. your stomach. So basically you can get diarrhea. That is normal, because that's again something that we had when we were cavemen, which obviously again isn't very nice. Like you're already having a panic attack and then you get an upset stomach. It's not the best. So yeah, that's one of the things that's like really horrible for me, is like, come on, I already feel like shit, that's the last thing I need right now. So my panic attacks come on really randomly. So I'm actually at home at the moment. I'm in my flat where I live with my boyfriend, and it's a really lovely flat. I'm nice and I feel safe. But this panic attack has just decided to basically rear its ugly head. It's probably because I've been so worked up about my operation yesterday, and now that I've relaxed, my body's kind of like, you need to have a panic attack now, basically. Scientifically, panic attacks usually only last about 20 minutes from start to finish. However, that 20 minutes feels like an awfully long time when you're having a panic attack. It's not nice. A lot of the time as well. Sorry, I just need to breathe. A lot of the time as well, after you've had a panic attack, you can, like get a headache and things like that because of this like rush of adrenaline that you've had. That's what I tend to get. I tend to get quite hot and like flustered during a panic attack, and then afterwards I'll be like freezing cold and shivering. So yeah, there's a lot of like physiological symptoms to do with a panic attack. It's not just, you know, you're not feeling great, you know, they're horrible, like, and I really feel for anyone who suffers with a panic attacks, you know, or anxiety, because it's not nice. And you know, that's why I wish people would see that having a mental illness is it's so draining on your body as well. It's not just your mind. And you know, people who have these things really like need to look after themselves, and they need to get help for it, because it's, you know, it's real, it's a real thing. It's, you know, it's not very nice. One of the most like cliche things you hear is that, you know, you just need to breathe. And although when you're having a panic attack and someone tells you to breathe, you literally want to tell them to fuck off, it does actually really help. So what I tend to do is breathe in for as long as I can. I try to count to 10, and then I breathe out on a count of 10 as well. So literally like, and then so in for 10 and out for 10. And that really does help just slow down your breathing, you know, gets you more calm. It's something to focus on to keep your mind away from the fact that you're panicking. Is, you know, just count these in. Sometimes you see in films actually when people are having a panic attack, they breathe into a paper bag, which again seems like one of those really like cliche things, but it can actually really help because it visualizes the air coming in and out of your lungs. So you blow into the bag and the bag fills up, and then you breathe in and the bag, you know, decreases, it comes back in. And that can really help some people learn, and then they can visualize their breath going in and out. So talking about it has actually, you know, helped me to keep my mind off of it, and sort of rationalize that, you know, what's happening to me, you know, it's just a panic attack. I'm going to be fine afterwards. I'm not in any danger whatsoever. Yeah, just need to try and keep calm and breathe. My hand's shaking and it's shaking the camera. I'll try and hold that a bit more. So yeah, just breathe in and out, and then it will pass, and it will pass. And that's the thing as well, that feeling is not going to last forever, and you just need to try and, you know, keep yourself calm. So yeah, panic attacks aren't the nicest thing in the world. I was actually going to talk about panic attacks on tomorrow's vlog, but as I was having one, I thought it would be fitting to come on and talk about it, and try and chill myself out basically. I'm now gonna go and have a cup of really sweet tea, because that always makes me feel a little bit better. I hope that talking about what a panic attack is can help someone. I think sometimes when you don't understand what a panic attack is, it can actually be a lot worse. You know, this is something that has been ingrained in us as humans since the dawn of time, and although we're really good at like evolving, we don't seem to have been able to you know, evolve out this inbuilt fight or flight response. I've suffered with panic attacks for a really long time, so, you know, I've been looking up, you know, what they are and how to deal with them, and, you know, I've seen counsellors and things like that. So, you know, I think I'm in a good place to kind of explain to you guys what panic attacks are and how they work. You know, and if you suffer with panic attacks, you're not alone. So many people suffer with them. They might not even know they're having a panic attack, and maybe they'll watch this and see like, oh, that's what, you know, that's what I'm feeling, because I'm not gonna lie, when I had my very first panic attack, I thought I was having a heart attack. My heart was beating so fast out of my chest, like it was crazy. And at my worst, when I was suffering with panic attacks really frequently, I actually caused myself to have heart palpitations, and my heart went slightly out of rhythm to what it was supposed to be. So I had to be medicated with beta blockers just to get my heart back into the right rhythm, which worked. And I haven't actually had the palpitations for a really long time now, but when I did have them, they weren't nice. You know, panic attacks really do affect your body, so if you are suffering with them, you know, really frequently, really do try to get help, because if you suffer with panic attacks, you're going to get panic attacks. And that's one thing that I've come to realise, is sometimes if you put off a panic attack and try and put it off and put it off and put it off, it's actually worse than just having a panic attack. I've come to realise that if I try to put a panic attack off, it just builds up and builds up, and I feel worse for longer. And sometimes I just have to give in and let myself have that panic attack, and then I feel better afterwards. So, you know, really, sometimes it's just got to happen, and that sucks, but it's the way it is for me, and I'm sure that's the way it is for a lot of other people as well. I hope that this video helped in some way. I know I've come on here like not looking my best and in the middle of a panic attack, so maybe not coming off very confident, but you know, as I've said before in the previous videos, like, this is real life, this is what happens, and this is why I've done this, because I wanted it to be honest and just how it is, basically. So I really hope that you guys all have a really, really lovely weekend. I'm hoping that I'm going to have a really lovely weekend. And, you know, if you've got any tips or tricks that have really helped you, if you suffer with panic attacks, comment them below. I'm sure people who are suffering with them would love to read them. The breathing one's a good one for me. That really helps me in the middle of a panic attack. When I first suffered with panic attacks, I had a tendency to hold my breath, and I didn't even know I was doing it. And people around me were like, you need to breathe, you're not breathing. And, you know, in the middle of a panic attack, you just get frustrated with people, and you just want to, like, shout at them and be left alone. So, yeah, any tips and tricks, comment them down below. I'm really grateful for everyone who's still tuning in every day. Again, I know I say this at the end of every video, but the GoFundMe is live, so if you want to make a donation to the amazing charity Mind, I'd be really, really grateful. Yeah, sweet tea and a chat with my sister to make things better. Bye everyone.